What's up, my beautiful bros? Maine-iac here. November 7th, NBA game picks and spread predictions. Let's get into it now. The matchup you see on your screen right now is a very interesting one indeed. Magic versus the Pistons, big men versus big men, Gordon and Vucevic versus Griffin and Drummond. It promises to be an intense matchup. I think the advantage here actually goes to the Orlando Magic. I believe in the last game, Evan Fournier shot a game-winning shot or buzzer beater. I'm not quite sure if it was a buzzer beater, if it was like 0.2 seconds left technically, but I believe it was the first of his career, so congratulations to Evan Fournier. Really good job to him, really good job to the Magic. Why this game has significant importance, in my opinion, is if the Pistons win, they bounce back after a 5-game skid, go to 500, and maybe they can turn stuff around. But if the Magic win this, they go to 5-6, which that would put them, I believe, on a 3-game win streak, which would be absolutely incredible considering how they started the season. It looks like Mo Bamba is getting better every game, which ideally, if you could, to me, I'd put Aaron Gordon at small forward. I would put Bamba at power forward, and I'd put Vucevic at center, because I think they got what it takes. Either that or I'd put Vucevic at power forward, because I think he's capable of playing the 4 or the 5. The Detroit Pistons are favored by 3 in this one, but I'm taking the Magic in the upset at home. Magic should win this one. I think they control the rebounds. As good as Drummond is, I think the athleticism of Bamba and Vucevic's rebounding abilities will help the Magic control the boards and get the W. Then you have the Thunder at the Cavs. Thunder favored by 6 in this one. The Cavs are worse than mac and cheese with no cheese. And instead of cheese, you have dirt, because that's the Cavaliers. That's how they're playing this year. One quick thought on this game before I pick the Thunder to win and cover the 6-point spread is the East still runs through the Cavaliers, right, Tristan Thompson? Is that what you said? The East still runs through you guys, because it looks like everybody's running right through you guys. You are not putting up a fight. Thunder bouncing back to a 5-4 record so far is actually pretty good as well. Hopefully Russell Westbrook's injury he suffered in the last couple games isn't that serious. I believe it was initially called a knee sprain, but hopefully it's not too bad, because if someone has off-season surgery, it's always kind of scary when they re-aggravate an injury in the same kind of area. And then you have the Knicks at the Hawks, both 3-win teams, both kind of doing okay. Knicks are favored by 2 in this one. I'm going to take them to win and cover. I think the key here for them is veteran leadership. I think Tim Hardaway is a great mentor. I think he has a good game. I think he goes off for 25. Hopefully. I don't have him in fantasy, so it's not like I'm rooting for him there. I'm not betting on this game either, so there's really no point. But Hardaway is having a really underrated season for New York. When Porzingis gets back, holy shit. And yeah, the Spurs at the Heat favored by 1.5. I'm picking the Spurs to win this one and cover. I believe there's no Rudy Gay, which could be an issue for the Spurs, but I think they can fill the hole. And with great coaching, you can cover some holes, and I think, obviously, this is one of them. You have the 76ers at the Pacers. Pacers favored by 3 in this one. 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, 5 p.m. Pacific time. 76ers Pacers is an interesting matchup because you got Simmons, Oladipo, Embiid, Sabonis. Indiana's favored by 3 here, but I don't know why I keep picking them. I'm picking the 76ers here. I really like the matchup of Embiid in this one. I think he can control the paint. I think he can control the boards. And if the 76ers do lose like they're favored to do, I think it's going to be a case of Embiid's going to have a positive plus-minus of like maybe 10 or 15, but there's going to be like negative 19 when he's off the court. So Embiid should have a good game, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm picking the 76ers in the upset. And you have the Nuggets at the Grizzlies. Nuggets favored by 3.5. I'm picking the Grizzlies in the upset. I'm actually absolutely kidding. I cannot let the joke go on any further than half a millisecond. Jamal Murray, if he can do what he did against Boston, this team can go pretty far. Jokic, incredible talent, didn't have a great game against Boston, and they still won. That should say a lot about this Denver team. They're very capable. They are also pretty deep. If they were in the East, they could possibly be favorites to win the whole conference, but they're in the West, so being 9-1 is going to be important for them to get out to as best start as possible early on in the season, push the Warriors to have to actually try, or push the Warriors to give you home court advantage in the playoffs when you face them, because this Nuggets team is going to go far, hopefully. And you have the Bulls at the Pelicans. Pelicans favored by 10.5 in this one. Recent comment by Anthony Davis saying they have to play nearly perfect. He has to play nearly perfect for them to win. Interesting sign of what may happen to Davis later on with the Pelicans, if he'll be there in the next couple of years or not. Pelicans 4-6. They really, really need this win. Bulls are the perfect opportunity to get it. Favored by 10.5. I think they win and cover. Jazz hosting the Mavericks. Jazz favored by 9.5. I think they win. I think they cover. Hopefully, for my fantasy team's sake, Mitchell actually shows up tonight and does good. Ingles needs to really show up as well. I think Ingles is going to be key here. If he can get 20 to 25 points, the Jazz should be able to win. Raptors Kings. Kings have an incredible season, 6-4 right now, but they're facing the 10-1 Raptors, so if they're capable of winning, but it's not likely. Favored by 8.5. I think Toronto takes this one on the road, but I think the Kings hang in there for longer than most people would expect. And you have the Timberwolves at the Lakers. Lakers favored by 6 in this one. If LeBron is good at anything, it's taking advantage of a team's weakness, and I think chemistry and trust is a big weakness for the Timberwolves, and I think LeBron James can fully exploit that. JaVale McGee is an interesting matchup for Karl Anthony Towns, and I like Ingram at the 2 in this one against Jimmy Butler. I think he has the length to guard. I think he can play good defense. I'm picking the Lakers to win this one at home. And in case I didn't say the time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.